The alien has lost his opponent. Hello and welcome to Jesse Sucks at Reselling. My name is Jesse and today we're going to take a look at myself for the last few weeks. I haven't done one of these in a few weeks because my old Mac died. I've now got a new one, so I can now get footage off of here onto here. So this is going to kind of be a bit longer than they normally are. If, however, you're interested in these kind of videos, then please do consider subscribing. We make these normally fairly regularly. As it makes these videos a bit more complicated, I'm not going to include the eBay fees that are charged on these transactions. So it will literally be what I paid for something and what I sold it for. I'll include the postage costs because that's easy to work out, but I figured the fees gets a bit complicated because you have to work out how many times it's been on, how many cycles it's been on, presentation fee, and you've got to look at the final value fees. It's a mess. So instead of that, I'll just say this is what I bought for, this is what I sold it for. If you want, you can work out the fees from there. But they're fairly simple to work out, but I figured a lot of information. We don't need that information, we can work on the basics. Anyway, with that being said, let's get on with the video. The last few weeks have seen the Trivial Pursuit card sales come back. I mentioned a few times this year that they've been a bit slow, and I think that's largely because I don't have as much variety as I used to. But in the last few weeks they've kind of picked up again. So we'll start off with these. The first one was 2 packs of these went to one buyer. That was the DVD edition and Baby Boomer. I generally say these cost about 10p a pack. I sell them packs of 50 cards. So of course they come in bigger boxes that you just break down. So 10p a pack just makes it easy to think about. So in this case 20 pence for those 2 packs. They sold together for £3.58. Obviously that meant combined postage of £1.35 for a total profit, again without fees, of £2 and 3 pence. That's why with Trivial Pursuit cards it demonstrates why it's really good for a buyer to buy multiple packs together, because that got £2 and 3. Now the rest of these sold individually. 1 pack of the DVD edition, which was a pack costing 10p, sold for £1.79 with postage of 88 pence, meant a total profit of 71p. Of course, once you take out the final value fee and the installation fee, it doesn't let you leave very much. For the World Cup France edition, this has been on my shelf for a very long time. Again, pack cost was 10p, sold on eBay for £2.50 for a pack of 50, postage cost was 88p for a profit of £1.52. But again, those fees will eat out of that. Genius 2, again, pack cost would have cost 10p, sold for £2.20, and the postage again was 88p for a profit of £1.22. Again, fees. Baby Boomer, 10p, sold for £1.79. That's my baseline price. I generally sell most of the packs at £1.79. Again, postage 88p for a total profit of 81p. Once you get the final value fee out of that, that's not going to leave very much. Really, for the final Trivial Pursuit card packs was Lord of the Rings. This is the first time this pack has sold, and I've had it for about a year, this box. And weirdly, I sold 2 packs of them, one after the other, to different buyers in the space of about an hour, I think it was. So again, both packs cost 10p, sold for £3.50, postage 88 pence, and a profit of £2.52. And again, that was 2 sales. And just to finish off the Trivial Pursuit section, we also saw this really classic Trivial Pursuit mini pack pocket game. It was like a little really retro orange box. It was literally the box. It had just over 60-70 cards, I think it was. And it's like that big. And I had a lid that kind of popped off and all the cards and instructions. It was like a complete game with the cards. It was really cool. I didn't list that item as part of that general listing that I have. All my Trivial Pursuit cards are just one listing, multi-quantity listing with all the variations. So easy to list in that way. But anyway, this little mini packet game cost £1.99, I think. I bought it so long ago, I cannot remember. But it sold for £6 plus £2.99 postage. Postage was £2.95 for a profit of £4 and 5 pence. That's the Trivial Pursuit stuff done. If you've been following this channel for a long time, you'll know Trivial Pursuit cards were what I sold most of all the time. This year, beginning of lockdown 1, they went through the roof and I've practically sold out of my most popular sets. And it's been a bit quiet ever since, like I said, until these last few weeks when it just picked up again. Talking of random, it's time for the random sales. At the intro to the video, I said this little alien, the alien from Toy Story, has lost his opponent. This alien was playing against this little Pac-Man plush, and that has sold for £7.99 plus £2.99 postage packaging. It cost, I think, about £1. It may have been more than that, but I think it was £1. Surprisingly, it cost £2.95 to post. It was very, very light, but it was also very tall. Well, not very tall, but there was no way it's going large there. So the post was therefore £2.95 for a total profit of £7.03. We also sold the Agatha Christie and ABC Murders DS game. That cost was about £1. It was in the bottom of St. Peter's Hospice, a little row of DS games. I picked that one up for £1. It sold for £4.99. It went large letter at £1.40 for a total profit of £2.59. Onto a board game, the only board game in this selection, which is really unusual because I've still got quite a few of them. It was the Tension board game. It cost £1.99. It sold on offer for £7 plus £2.99 postage of packaging. Interestingly, it was sent as a gift. The buyer actually asked specifically not to include any reference to eBay at all on the package. I think I've only ever had that happen twice before. And I was a bit concerned because it was kind of taking a long time to get through the postage system. Thankfully, it's showing as delivered now, so yay! But so postage on that was Royal Mail £2.95 and for a profit of £5.05. And for the last of the random section of stuff today, we had the Price in Kensington Farmhouse Chicken placemat and coaster set. God, that was a mouthful. It cost about £1.99 and sold for £6 plus £2.99 of packaging. Postage, like virtually everything here, was £2.95 for a profit of £4.05. Let's now turn our attention to clothes, and more specifically, Christmas clothing. In the last half a week or so, that's a weird saying, these have now slowed down massively. I'm not really selling anymore. These were from a massive, well, for me, massive haul of Christmas clothing. It was about £100 for, I think it was 15 kilograms of clothing. So it was second hand, it was all clean, it all came fresh. I've got a link to that video up there because it was really cool. And I actually listed them all, which I surprised myself. And I only discarded a handful of them, and I've sold probably about 3/4 of them, so that's good. I kind of average these out worth about £1 each. That may or may not be quite accurate, but it kind of feels right. First of all, the Red Herring Express Yourself t-shirt. Some of these are really quite cool slogan t-shirts, really. And it cost, like I said, £1. Sold for £7.99 plus £2.99 shipping. I put £2.99 shipping on all clothing orders because it then cost £2.95 to post for a total profit of £7.03. Next up is really unusual. It's a Cloth Kits handmade toddler jumper. I presumed it was handmade. Couldn't be sure, but when I searched the brand Cloth Kits, the only thing that came up with a logo that matched was a company that made kits of clothing. It was the only thing that came up. The logo matched. It had a little threads over it, so it looked like it probably was handmade, and all the signs pointed to it being handmade. I put it on eBay. I had nothing to go on price-wise, so I put it on for £2.99 and it sold for £2.99 plus £2.99 postage. Obviously, part of the jumper also cost £1 for a profit of £2.03. Next up was Nutmeg Xmas 2 to 3 year old t-shirt. That was also a Christmas t-shirt for a 2 to 3 year old. That was kind of didn't need saying. It cost £1 and sold for £2.99 plus £2.99 postage. Postage was £2.95 for a total profit of £2.03. Next up was this Sprout t-shirt. I love this Sprout t-shirt. It had loads of little sayings on it, I can't remember what it was now. Like Sprout related sayings. No, it's completely gone. It was a really cool t-shirt. It cost £1 and sold for £4.99 plus £2.99 postage. The postage obviously was £2.95 for a total profit of £3.03. Next up is a Fashion Alert Christmas jumper. I think it's a blue one if I remember rightly. Cost £1. Sold for £3 plus £2.99 postage packaging. Postage of £2.95 for a total of £2.04. I really like this next one. It was from George. It was a size 14 black sequin robin jumper. I'm literally just reading the titles now. Oh well. I can't remember how well it came out in the photo, but I thought it looked in real life, it looked really nice. It was really soft and really lush. It cost £1. Obviously, part of that big haul. Sold for £10 plus £2.99 postage and packaging. Postage was £2.95 for a total of £9.04. This next one I felt took forever to sell. I thought it was going to sell really quickly. I think I originally had it up for £27.99. That was a little bit optimistic, I think. There wasn't a single one on eBay. The only thing I had to go on, because Manchester City don't stock it anymore, it's an old jumper so it's not there anymore. The only thing I had to go on was the label, but still had the original price label on it. And it had, price label was £30. I knew it was never going to get 30. I knew it was never going to get even close to that, but I thought, we'll start there and then come down. I started at 27. And over the weeks I've gradually been decreasing it, and it finally sold on offer for £9 plus £2.99 postage. Obviously it cost £1, postage packaging was £2.95 for a profit of £8.04. Next up, another slogan t-shirt, or slogan jumper I think it was the Marks & Spencer Rebel Without a Clause. That is a good saying, I like that. It cost £1, it sold for £6.99 plus £2.99 postage. The postage cost £2.95 for a profit of £6.03. Only 2 more to go. Peacock's Ho 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 Xmas top, it's a long sleeve top if I remember rightly. It cost £1, it sold for £4 plus £2.99 postage and packaging, and the postage was £2.95 for a total of £3.04. And finally, it was a red gingerbread man Christmas dress from F&F, which I think is Tesco. It cost £1, sold really quick, actually sold within about a couple of days it's been listed. It sold for £7.99 plus £2.99 postage and packaging. Obviously the postage and packaging itself was £2.95 for a total profit of £7.03. So that was everything that sold for me in the last few weeks. If you've seen the couple of YouTube shorts that I posted last week, you would have already seen some of that. But I thought, as that wasn't an official summary video, I thought I would just add them all in and it'd make it easy to find everything. For me, it's quite a nice mix of sales. Nice to see the Trivial Pursuits back. A shame not many board game sales and toy sales, because I do have quite a few of them listed, but probably listed a bit too high. I've recently, in the last week, I think I've reduced a lot of them, so that might make a difference, but for now, not so much. If you like this video and would like to see more, I do try and post these a little more regularly than I have been lately, then please do consider subscribing. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.